Hello! Welcome to my tube! I'm alive! My name's Marge, I'm a Hilk, I'm an empath, and I just like to do these little talks. It's kind of funny. I track so much astrology, Western and Vedic too, and I'm always encouraging other people to follow their charts, their path, their course, Sailors always track their course by the stars. They were onto something. We can do that too. We were born, they were locked in a position that tells us so much about ourselves. And you gotta excuse me, I was trying to meditate state, and I get through all kinds of different levels. And today I was just, I was listening to Jason Stevenson, and I was floating out in space, and all these ideas were just coming to me. Thought it would be funny to I'm early. One of the channels I watch, Minnow Pond, he's on every day. Chris, he's great. I freaking dig him. He's a Pisces, and he's witty. I like witty people, and he's clever, and he's real smart. He's a nice guy, and he goes live every day at 4. And my buddy Dennis, he's outside. He's going live all the time, and astrology is like saying do things different, because I don't like the potential of what could happen when I go live, because I don't always have a filter. So and my ego, I got to keep it in check. So like I'll go back later and I'll see the chat. Right now I hide it because there are ways I don't want to behave that I know I will if I look at the chat, and I don't want to do that. So I see 2 people that are here. Welcome. And so anyway, I thought it would be interesting to go live while Chris was live, and then me be in his chat, and then while Dennis is live outside, and have 3 lives at once. I thought that would kind of be like worlds colliding. I thought that would be kind of neat. So I could be messaging in Dennis's chat at the same time. See, in my mind, that's how it's like soul tribe bandwidth. That's how it expands, because more people that see what they're about, we all line up, because like attracts like. Yeah, like attracts like, and more people are coming into their soul tribes. And astrology has been saying, I've been tracking that energies are so on fire right now. Yesterday I felt like I was a giant tongue laying on a 9-volt battery. Do kids do that? Because I don't think 9 volts are as popular anymore. So I don't know how often they tried that test thing. Yeah, I don't know how often they get to do that, but that's how I felt all day. Like yesterday, there were sometimes I was laying here, days like that. You think I just wouldn't drink coffee? That adds extra to it. But I just think yesterday it was so intense for me that it doesn't matter what I did, that I was just gonna feel like a freaking tongue on a 9-volt battery all day long, pretty much. But astrology is saying that people that are really generally trying to pay back their karma right now, and it's coming out. There's all storylines. Everybody has their storyline that's related to their lineage, their DNA, and mine is that whole Native American thing. You wiped out our people, and look what you've been doing since then. You've been doing this, doing dirty things since then. Well, astrology, time travels in a circle, so even if our spirits haven't lived in energies that they felt in this lifetime, they're being called to wake up the energies in previous incarnations. Yeah, wake up. Start being good to yourself so you can start being good to everybody else, and the planet can grow and prosper, instead of freaking being a cancer that is, creating all this destruction and misery and mire. Let's get up on. We're better than that. We got thumbs. We're the one that are supposed to be the practitioners in this place. The helpers, not the hindrances. But I'm seeing some. justice. I'm seeing some people, coming into doing the right thing. Even the freaking governor in California said, no, we need to change these textbook. It was genocide. What was done to the Native Americans, in fact, it's genocide. I've been on a spiritual path of self-discovery since I was born. My first astrological chart was done on parchment paper. Do they do that anymore? I know it because I've seen it. I've lost track of it. I think Mom probably kept it, but then I made her get rid of a bunch of stuff. Anyway, when people are coming into healing things and being in recovery and education and stuff, a big part of it is changing your behavior. Is not if I used to do a lot of terrible things when I was a drunk. And it wasn't that I did them on purpose, it was just, a lot of it was just, I get drunk, get all excited, come up with all kinds of ideas, and then when I was sober, I'd forget about them, and then things wouldn't pan out, you know what I mean? So, and I wouldn't follow through. I wouldn't have any accountability. And then people would be like, oh, Marge is just talking again. And then what I started to do is I tried to just suit up and show up, and just don't say that I'm going to do something unless I'm going to do it, because people get stories all the time. People are always getting stories, you don't, whether they're true or not, it's the consistency. Are you, people are keeping track. See, they're like, Marge, you always keep track. Everybody keeps track because emotions are vibrations. And so it's like whenever somebody lies to you, you're going to remember, because it freaking hurts your feelings to be lied to. Nobody on this planet likes to be lied to. So all these storylines of, even the oppressors, the people that have been, in the positions of power and authority, where on their watch bad things happened and people got hurt and genocide or whatever, all that stuff, they're coming to say, you know what, we don't have to live this way anymore, and we can change our behavior. That is what an amends is. And look at all the amendments in the Constitution. The amendments in the Constitution. An amendment is changing your behavior in a positive way. But sometimes people put their own ideas in there when their egos are a little bit out of balance. It's just all in balance. When their egos get out of balance, what they do is, they start thinking about what they think are good ideas for them, not for collectively, for everyone as a whole, but for them. Then things get unbalanced, and then before you know it, I don't know. I saw a really sad statistic that kids are killing themselves more and more and more, and they're not even old enough to think about anything else except being a kid. Miss Sabrina, Feliz cumpleaños. Lexi is 11 today. I can't wait to live closer to her, where we can celebrate together, and I can take pictures of all their birthdays and things like that, and watch them grow up in real life. Tired of imagining it, seeing it, occasional picture here and there. I'm more of a hands-on kind of Heyoka. So I just see that there's so much good happening through all the muck and mire. There is so much beauty, and more people are seeing the beauty and the light, and that's how I know, because all the time I spend listening to astrology, all the reports over and over and over, is that people are waking up, that they're starting to like themselves more. So when that happens, you're gonna like other people more too. It's just how it goes. When you start doing respectable things, you also start turning and attracting more respectable people, Balance is not easy to do, My brother, he always uses this example, and he told me the name of the author, because it's not his idea, and I like to keep credit where credit's due. I can't remember if it was. I don't know. He's a big reader. I'm not, but I don't know. One of those financial guys, because he's big on finance and all that. Dave Ramsey. Is that the money guy? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Maybe it came from that one, but it's the check dad. It's the checking account analogy that your relationships. Sometimes you add and sometimes you got to subtract and then subtract and then. But sometimes if you're putting in too many deposits in a relationship, and other people are just taking withdrawals without depositing anything, you got to close the account. And I've had to close the account for a lot of ways last couple of years. I just won't put. I'll just. It's not that I don't care or I'm mad about or anything. I'm just only going to put as much effort into relationships as they put into me. Most people, I don't hear from people. My communicate with people is because I initiate it. It's just always how it's kind of been. So it's just how it is. But more and more people are starting to think like me, or I'm starting to find more people that I think like, yeah, that's better. That sounds better. We're coming into more of a time of inclusion. People just want more for everyone. They really do. I really believe that because I have it in me, and I'm starting to genuinely see it in other people, even in the politician, the governor of California, that's saying, hey, we were wrong for this and we need to make it right by speaking truthfully about it. And hopefully other entities, you'll start seeing that, hey, I was wrong. Hey, I was wrong. Because people aren't going to gain credibility until they start taking responsibility for the wrongs they've already done. Too many entities exist in life that have gotten away from less than being less. People have gotten away with a lot of crap and lying about it, and now there's too many people empaths like me that are like, you know what? I feel that you are not telling the truth, or that you are being disingenuous. And for whatever reason, if that's the trajectory that you would like to go down, that's fine by me. But understand, I am a person and a being of truth, and I would rather have conversations based on that level instead of, having some superficial, trite, something nonsense about statistics about a bunch of guys running up and down the field that get paid entirely too much anyway. That doesn't interest me. A bird with a blue wing and a red wing that just keep flying around in a circle, that doesn't interest me. What interests me is everybody has a safe space to retreat to and to go within and get quiet. I think about what the world would be if people would just gave themselves a break. Just give yourself a break, a time out. Start out 15 minutes, work up to an hour. If you can binaural beats, there's so many different assisted ways that you can get help with meditating. Everyone can do it. If you can lay still for an hour and not move a muscle and just experience yourself, that means the sensations of, you got chills, you got goosebumps, you got chicken skin. Do things hurt? Focus on the pain. What hurts? Okay. Now, if you know the chakra system, that ailment, how close is it to which chakra? And if you know what the chakra represents, are you balanced in that area of your life? We can heal ourselves, and the world is waking up to this knowing also. We have that's how it was supposed to be, because people have been on the planet for so long. This scientist says billions of years. This scientist says millions of years. You know, as far as we know, the planet is one day older than the oldest person living on it. As far as we're concerned, you know? Does that make sense? Okay. Anyway, I think it does. I'm going to hop off here. I got a little live buzz. And plus, Vinny's going to come to the knowing that it's close to dinner. They got up so early this morning, but it's close to them trying to eat, and I got to get dinner going for Reddit too. So I hope y'all have an... Wait, what up? Hope y'all have a rad evening. Peace. Marge, there go Benny. Benny, say live. Say la, Benny. Say la, Marge, to Benny and Marge. Benny not in the mood. He just woke up. Okay. Benny said later. Peace. Boop. Yes, I want to.